Rock Community, Jeff here. Got some new things to show in, and yes, these are different from the Walmart things. That was just a, fun little thing over the weekend that we got acquired. But these are things that have come in around that time and over the past couple days. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into this. These are just some new releases. This one was pre-ordered a while back, and here it is. This is, I know there's no title or anything on here. This is the new Demon Hunter album called Exile. And it is their, it's like their 12th studio album or so. But if you're not familiar with Demon Hunter, they're a metalcore band that started way back in like 2002. This is their latest album. It is a double record set, but it's not a gatefold. There's the band. And there were a bunch of different packages with this. Let me show you this. It's got this like OBI strip, even though it's just, I think it's got the information and song titles and stuff right on there. Picture of all their other albums. It also has this, well, it's a lyric sheet, but it's kind of folds out to be a big poster of the band. And then the back of it's the lyrics. So it's fold out insert. And then the record, so they had different versions. And the one, actually the version that had the coolest color, I thought, was the one that you had to get like the super deluxe set, which was the album and the CD and a hoodie, and it was all this stuff. It was like the biggest package. And then they had a separate color, different colors. And this is I forget what they call it. They have all these weird titles for the colors, but both albums are the same. And then there's a version on Amazon, which is like a black and blue, kind of a splatter like that. So anyway, and then, of course, being a big fan I am, I got the box set of the CD. Now, the box set CD, it has additional tracks that are, it's like a bonus disc as far as, it's got some of the little inserts where it's kind of a concept album. What is a concept album? And it's got some, narrated parts that go in between some of the tracks. And so there's some bonuses on this that were not on the vinyl. And then it's got, well, this is the CD. It comes in this kind of a package. It's like an envelope. And then inside we have the CD. And then it's got these cards, which they've done this before, whether it is a card, I guess, I'm sorry. And then this is a poster. And they do this. I always buy the deluxe sets. I'll try to always buy it. I missed out on one of them, but they have like the little fold outs and the posters and the cards. What else they got in here? It's got the booklet that comes with it, which is it's an Exile. And that's got, of course, stories and the lyrics and photos of the band, which you can't see because I'm not flipping well enough here. It's just loaded with all your typical stuff, but it's in booklet format. Haven't read through all of this yet. It's got all the lyrics and everything there. And then there is a comic book or a graphic novel. We call them comic books as kids. It's a graphic novel. This is issue 1, and there are 3 more forthcoming. So I did buy the set that comes with those that they get sent out as they come out, and it is a story line about this, so which I assume would match up. I've read this, but I haven't read the lyrics close enough, but I assume that the two kind of go hand in hand. So was excited to get, I wanted to get that because I wanted the comic book, so I went ahead and got that and went ahead and pre-ordered the other 3 comics, and then I got the vinyl on that. That actually came in about a week or so ago. This came in recently. This is the James LaBrie album, A Beautiful Shade of Gray. This is his most recent album. This is like his 4th? Yeah, his 4th solo album. Now, he did have 2 albums that were, so he's a Dream Theater vocalist, if you're not familiar. James LaBrie is a vocalist from Dream Theater. And his first solo album came out in 2005. But prior to that, in the late 90s, when he was still with Dream Theater, he put out 2 solo projects under the name Mole Muzzler. Those have just been recently reissued on vinyl, so I'm looking to get those. And then, and we always looked at them as just kind of like solo albums because it was just him and a band, and they just were what they were. And then he decided, he came out with an actual 2005 Elements of Persuasion, which was the record store they released a couple months ago on vinyl for the first time. This is his most recent one from this year, and this actually, it also comes with the CD. And it is on black, and there's also a yellow version. Not much to see here, just lyrics, photo of the band. Now this album, the tracks that I have heard, and it even describes it on the hype sticker as the new solo album from Dream Theater vocalist James LaBrie is a collaboration with Paul Logue of Eden's Curse, a stripped back but no less powerful entry into the singer's diverse catalog. So on some of his previous albums, he had like another guy that was singing with him, and it had that typical him being a melodic, and then this guy barking and screaming, kind of the modern day alt metal type feel. So he had some aggressive stuff on prior releases. This, I haven't listened to it all, but this one apparently is a little more laid back when it comes to that. So up next, these two came in around the same time, and these are the Bride demos, Kinetic Faith demos, and Snakes in the Playground demos. Now, if you watch my channel for any length of time, you might have seen that I showed the CDs of these. They came out first, and then the vinyl finally came in. So these came with the trading cards and everything. But what they've done is they've taken... A lot of these demos were released on the Real series in the past, and then they put them out as individual releases, and then they put these on vinyl. And this one's on a green. It's got the insert with the picture of the band. These were by Scott Waters, of course. And then this one is going to, you know, they try to match them up. Put on a darker red that matches. Picture of the band. Titles and stuff there. And yeah, so these are not just, these are not just songs that were made it to the album and their demo format. Some of them are. Some of them are songs that didn't make it to the album. So there are some other, it's kind of like having a, and they're pro-recorded type demos. They're not, hey, let's put a cassette player and hit play and record and just kind of record it. It's, more or less studio tracks and demo version. So, all right, and this next one is the first, well, it says first time on vinyl, but anyway, Soul Temptation by Brainstorm. This is actually Brainstorm's 5th album, first time on vinyl, and this is being put out on, is it Brutal? Yeah, Brutal Planet Records. So it's they've gotten permission, or they've gotten the licenses to put out some of the Brainstorm material. Some of these, like I say, first time on vinyl. And this one is the first one that they came out with. Not sure why they started with number 5, but very nice product. I do believe it's just on, yeah, it's on black. And if you're not familiar with them, they're German heavy metal, power metal, melodic metal. They're not, they're pretty straightforward metal. I've had a lot of their digital stuff over the years, and they're just another one of those bands that have that, Euro metal sound that doesn't go too crazy power metal at times, but, and they, varies a little bit. Anyway, great stuff. Like I said, this just came out, and here's my hype sticker. Drop the hype sticker. So yes, that just came in. Excited to have that. I assume, yes, they're going to continue on with additional from that catalog. Now here's one that I picked up, another one of those Amazon price drops on my program that I watch. And I've had my eyes on this for a long time. Everybody talks about how it's such a great album. I had it back in the day when it came out. I remember it was a great album. Been looking for it on vinyl. Metal Blade reissued it on vinyl, but I've been watching the price, and this one dropped down to the teens, and that's the first Omen album. So I have a couple of their others, but I'm looking to pick up their old back catalog, and this finally dropped down. I just have, it's just a black, nice packaging. It's got the original artwork. I just dropped the hype sticker, which is just basically the Metal Blade thing. But it comes with the insert that has their lyrics. I'm sorry, I pulled up the album. Lyrics on each side there. But it also comes with, they've been doing this, these Metal Blade reissues, they've done this for a lot of the bands, Lizzie Borden and stuff like that, where they put in a poster. Yeah, the cover, so. And on the back there are words and a story and pictures and collage. So yeah, they do a great deal with these reissues, and I'm excited to have gotten this one. Got that in, that's great. And then, so today I went out to the store. My wife had to go shop and pick up some last minute stuff for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you in America who celebrate Thanksgiving. Anyway, so she dropped me off at the record store that's down the street from the Trader Joe's she went to, and I took a look around, and I just found a couple things. Nothing major, but this was kind of neat. I found Animal Instinct by Louis Cardenas, 1986. And it's funny because a couple of his band projects, Latter Rain, came out just recently, reissued on Rocks a couple months ago. The first album came out before, and then they released a second album. And then he has a solo album that came out just recently. But anyway, so I hadn't heard or seen anything from this album since back in the day in the 80s when they used to play the video on MTV. The video, I think, was Runaway. And if you remember the video, it had some animated silliness and some dinosaurs playing guitar, claymation type stuff. And then him playing. And you can't really see it here, but he's got like one of the world's biggest drum sets. I think it was like 76 pieces. It's all tiger stripe. That's the tiger. He sings, he plays drums, very melodic, and had a hole punch in it, but it was still sealed. Still sealed. So I thought, well, I'll grab that. Fun to have. I've never actually heard the whole album. I've just heard that song. I believe it was Runaway was the one, because it's a cover tune, that old 50s song or whatever, Runaway. And then this was cool. This is a European version of Spyro Gyra's Summer Stories Without Words. One of my favorite Spyro Gyra albums from back in the day. And it was only $8, and I thought, well, I'll grab that. It was in great condition, and it's one of the ones I needed. Spyro Gyra, contemporary jazz. This is from the 80s, back when I got into them. This was one of the early albums by them. So there you go. Just some new things that came in, some great stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back. Rock on and rock hard.